This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello.
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 Chick McGee back at the sports desk. Christy Lee at the Bob and Tom news desk. We had a chance to talk with Steven Tyler of Aerosmith, and Aerosmith mounting a huge North American tour along with ZZ Top. Together, as I mentioned, two of the bands that still have the original lineups intact from that particular era of music. And we talked with Steven as he steps out from a rehearsal for a few minutes, and it went like this. We have Steven Tyler on the line here. Hey, Steven, how's it going?
Hey, it's summertime and all beautiful.
All right. Feeling it. Oh, yeah.
How's it on your end?
Oh,
Sounds
it's
great.
great. Sounds good. Real quick, I wanted to ask you one thing. You're going out with ZZ Top, and you are one of the few bands that is still together, intact, original members from that era. And I want to congratulate you, Steven, on deciding not to grow the weird beards like those guys did. Or you'd be stuck looking like that.
We were thinking of calling the tour the Weird and the Beard. But I think that is part of it, you know, that we're still around, we're still the same lineup, and they certainly are still rocking, and their type of blues is what inspired so much of Aerosmith's music early on, that it's just a perfect match. I love it.
Yeah, it is a perfect match.
It really is.
You, of course, have your great scarves, and you still look exactly the same, but you didn't have to grow the beard, so I think you're at a distinct advantage.
You know, I've got one hair that comes out on the side of my ear over here that I have to pluck every other month.
You're preaching to the choir. Hey, it's been 2 years since you've been on the road. Are you guys in physical fitness, ready to go?
You know what? We never stop. We really never stop. I mean, you know, I'm going 24/7 anyway, and you know, whether we're on the road or not, I mean, without a doubt, it takes me about 2 weeks on the road, and then I feel like I'm 18 again because of what I do on stage. But just life in general for me, I don't know how to stop. Joe doesn't. The rest of us don't. We've been in the studio, as you know, working on a record, and then, of course, I got pneumonia. So never stops.
Now, are you feeling a lot better now that the pneumonia completely gone?
You know what? It's like walking pneumonia. You don't even know you have it, and I didn't know I had it, and I still don't, and I don't even think I have it anymore. So there you have it.
I thought that was known as the boogie woogie flu.
I believe it is. We'll find out second gig.
All right. Okay.
Now, I notice you guys are getting plenty of rest between shows. This is a huge, huge tour, but you guys are taking days off, so because it's a physical workout for you, got a lot of traveling, but you do have time off, so you should be able to rest your voice. Do you have a typical show day regimen? I know that you're a very physically fit guy. Do you watch how much you talk and watch how much you warm up to make sure you're in full voice?
You know, I don't, and that's probably the problem. We get up at, 10 o'clock. I'm in the gym, 11, 12, 1 o'clock, a little lunch. 2 o'clock, we're on the plane. 4 o'clock, we get off at the gig. We're on stage at 9. We're off at 12. We're back at the hotel at 2. And it just goes round and round like that. That's a 24-hour day.
Start all over again. Do you have any pre-show rituals that you go through? Do you put the same shoe on the same way? Anything different, you know?
No pants.
No pants. I don't know. Do you have any rituals that you go through
I
before
usually
a show?
I try to avoid the assless pants.
Really? That's probably a good call.
Now, I understand, I've read this may not be true, but you know the stuff that filters out in the media about you guys. I understand that you may be doing, on certain occasions, an entire album as part of your show. Is that true, false, any truth?
Well, you know, two dreams have come true. One, we're on tour with ZZ Top, and the other one is a dream we've wanted to do for the longest time, which is, you know, just do an album. You pick it, we do it.
Oh.
And, you know, Tom at rehearsal came up with the idea, let's just do that on this tour. So I think we're going to either do toys or rocks. I think toys will probably be the first run.
That'll be very cool. We'll look forward to that.
No kidding.
We're speaking with Steven Tyler. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Let's talk a little bit about Guitar Hero, the incredible success of the Aerosmith association with Guitar Hero. Will that affect your set list at all, since some of those songs probably weren't planned for the show?
You know what? It actually gives us more room. And I think before ZZ, we're going to have some kids come up and do a little segment with Guitar Hero and play. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work, but you know, there's so many songs that kids haven't heard, but because of Guitar Hero now, I mean, I went in the studio and I sang, God, it had to have been 60 songs.
Really?
and also I had to put on that suit that Joey usually wears with the little silver balls all over it.
Right.
It's not IMAX, but the computer grabs it and you get your movement.
Yeah, it gets every movement and every muscle. Sure.
Exactly what you're doing. So I did that to about 25 songs, and the rest of them I re-sang. And like I said, it's more songs that kids might not have heard that they will now.
So you actually did new vocals for all of the tracks on that?
Most of the tracks, yeah.
Wow. That's very cool. Once again, we're speaking with Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. Aerosmith mounting an enormous North American tour. It'll go throughout the summer, mostly outdoor dates, what they call sheds in the trade. Some of the finest outdoor places in the world to be playing live music. A couple of indoor dates. I notice you'll be in, I think, Madison Square Garden coming up in the fall.
Got to do Madison Square Garden.
You have to.
A huge tour once again with ZZ Top. We talked about you being in the road and trying to stay in shape, trying to hit the gym. Everybody else in the band in good health? I know you've had some pretty serious health problems with the guys.
Well, Tom had a little bout with cancer, and he got over that. And it's pretty crazy, having a life that we have, because you don't have normal time to get sick or get a tooth pulled or even recover from any of that stuff. You're day on, day off, day on, day off. Used to be 3 on, and now we're taking it a little easy the first month, but it's all the same. So what doesn't kill you just makes you stronger, and it's really true for this.
Do you guys still do your own sound check, or has the technology changed so much that it's not necessary for you to actually be up there and do it anymore?
We have our road crew band.
Do you really?
Yeah, that goes out and does a couple songs.
Now, let me ask you this:
do they know how to play anything?
They're probably
yeah,
great.
They're good.
Now, but let me ask you this: now, do they do the sound check with your songs, or do they have their own songs, or do they disrespectfully change the lyrics to yours? What do they do out there?
They totally disrespectfully changed the lyrics of our songs.
It's now Stink is my favorite color.
That's right.
I can't imagine what Dream On becomes. I'm sure it's obscene.
Oh, that's it.
Steven Tyler is our guest, the great singer for Aerosmith. Back in the day, as they say, you were a drummer.
Right. He's still a drummer.
I'm still a drummer.
Does that pose problems at all? Can you be hypercritical of the drumming when you're the one that used to do it?
Well, I got kicked out of school for banging on everything, including a couple of girls. But it's just the way I went. I mean, Yonkers was a crazy place in the Bronx to grow up. You were either in a gang or you made your own way. And I decided to be in a gang, which turned into a band. And playing mixers and the lunchroom and so forth, and just getting down to try to make something of myself, be popular, have a girl look at me. At 15, we're all a bit of an ugly lot, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. What was the name of your first band?
Ray Coe and the Seat Covers. I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't believe you.
Oh, God. Tell me you remember that. It was probably the Chain Reaction.
Not bad.
Right. Okay, good.
Now,
or the Maniacs, or some such nonsense.
Were you ever in a band with a psychedelic name influenced by that era when all of a sudden every band became like Moby Grape or the...
Well, no, but Joe Perry and Tom were in a band called, and I note, Plastic Glass. Yo, dude.
I'll bet that came